Then Ellis orders him to mow the lawn. When he goes outside, the dog starts barking at the shed, but Stan doesn't understand it's a warning and enters the shed anyway. As he looks for the lawn mower, he finds some teeth on the table. At that moment Joe comes out of hiding and tries to attack him, causing Stan to accidentally open the window. The burning sunlight keeps Joe back and Stan rushes out of the shed to get the dog, thinking he just saw a crackhead. Stan yells at Joe to come out, and when he doesn't, he sends the dog after him. As soon as it goes inside, the dog cries and violent sounds can be heard before its head is thrown out of the shed. A terrified Stan runs into the house to grab a knife and Ellis comes to scold him, so Stan tells him about the dog and the intruder. Ellis calls for the dog to confirm it and goes out to confront the bad guy, not listening to Stan when he says they should call the cops. The old man is devastated to see his dog dead and gives his cane to Stan before entering the shed with a wood stick, ready to kill. After some minutes of silence, Ellis announces that the place is empty except for the dog's body, only to then start screaming. The violence noises can be heard again, and once they end, Ellis bursts through the door in a bad state. Stan tries to help him, but Joe drags Ellis back into the shed and closes the door to finish killing him. Freaking out, Stan uses the dog chain to lock the door as his grandfather's blood leaks under the wood. Then he runs back to the house and drinks Ellis beer, which usually he isn't allowed to do. He considers calling the police, but he's already on probation and thinks they'll blame him for this, so instead he drops the phone and starts working on properly sealing up the cabin so Joe can't escape and hurt others. That night, someone tries to open Stan's bedroom door. Thinking it may be Ellis, Stan leaves his room but finds nothing on the corridor. The power isn't working and he hears Ellis whispering his name. He goes to check his grandfather's room and is startled by Ellis yelling his name behind him, but there's nobody around again. Now the whispers come from downstairs, so Ellis follows them until he finds the shed glowing and the voice turning deeper. He gets ready to open the shed and the voice yells that Stan wanted him dead before the boy wakes up in his room. The next day at school, Roxy tries to talk to Stan, only to be interrupted by Marble, who asks for help with his homework later. Roxy knows that Stan judges her from dating Marble, considering